Imported foods are found throughout our island, but to get here requires using fossil fuels that emit carbon dioxide into our atmosphere and contribute to climate change. The purpose of this film is not to discourage importers, but rather encourage sustainable living by growing local. Come explore the alternative of local produce which benefits climate change.
I have a company in Oregon. They buy from the farmer. Then that company puts them all together, and then I can buy from him at a wholesale price, and then I can bring them here up through Horizon Lines or through a shipping company, and then I sell them at retail here in Kodiak. Well, most of our products come from Costco in Anchorage. Other comes from Seattle. Benefits of that would be that I get to sell them here. The price of shipping is what determines how much we sell it for.
This vessel burns diesel, and I drive a car that burns gasoline. I would like us to use less and be more efficient, but sometimes there's few choices.
Yeah, a little bit with Faith Farms on some of their products, but it's kind of difficult. Everything ripens basically at the same time, so it, floods everything. It's like everybody has rhubarb now, things like that.
As much locally grown foods and locally produced foods as possible is positive, and then you reduce the transportation costs.
One of the new organics, so to speak, would be local, is to produce local, buy local. So one of the ways we've done that here in Kodiak is with that the High Tunnel or the Hoop House program, where it's like a greenhouse and you can produce your own food, and that really helps lessen your dependence on fossil fuels and bringing so much food in.
So if I have my own chicken in my backyard, I'm saving the transport of this egg from wherever it is usually produced, let's say Seattle, all the way up to Alaska on a big barge using a lot of fuel.
It's been shown now that the food that travels a great distance is not as nutritious.
Here in Kodiak, it's very difficult to go shopping and avoid plastics. You can't avoid plastics. All that plastic that our food comes in leaches substances into our food that are not healthy for us. So plastic actually decreases the quality of our life.
Only about 3% of the food coming in the United States is tested, maybe even 2%. If there is a dock strike or ship sink or something, then what do you think is going to happen?
Local's easier to get. It's depending on what you're getting, it's cheaper. Imported, it's more costly. But if you get it from the right source, you might get a break.
Start thinking about producing again for themselves what they use. Every time we start an engine, we put out some carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. And over time, that atmosphere around our planet has absorbed more and more carbon dioxide.
We all think it's great to have grapes in February or asparagus in November, but it comes from everywhere else and it's traveled thousands of miles to get here at the expense of using fossil fuels and adding to the climate change problem.
If you're eating locally, your carbon footprint's going to be a lot lower. You're not transporting the food, and so the CO2 emissions and things like that are going to be lower, so you're just helping with the whole climate change, the whole big picture.
Even if you live in an apartment or you share a duplex with somebody, you can grow something. Even in a halibut tub, just a little container of lettuce, anything. I envision every village in Kodiak with numerous hoop houses that they can grow their own and feed the community, feed the village. We have enough space here where we could grow so much food. There's no reason why anybody in this community should be hungry, ever.
And be aware of what industry is doing, you know.
Or don't use the plastic bag at the store, bring your own. Just one little tiny thing every day.
We vote with our dollars. When you make a purchase, you are affirming to the store that you want that.
It's a choice that we don't want to spend the energy and work to dig around in our garden. We'd rather sit there and watch TV.